Like it or not, Metacritic scores matter. Whether they dictate the public perception of a piece of media, or go as far as to award bonuses for developers, this score helps to define success. And through my very scientific and completely informed way, I think I can predict how games will score when the review dust settles. I base my scores on series histories, previews, and my own hands-on time with a game in some cases. But honestly, I should say up front, I want every game to be good, and I'm basically going on a gut feeling on some of these, so don't think I have an inside track or take myself seriously enough for my guesses to matter, however educated those guesses may be. And also, I don't predict every game score, just the ones I feel I have enough information to get a beat on. Without further ado, let's get to it. Travis strikes again. I know I'm late on this one, guys. Just trust me, this is the score I had written before the game's release. I will be more punctual next time. Okay. So I'll admit to being a fair-weather Suda51 fan. He's made some cool stuff, and I'm one to be all for style over substance games here and there. I don't, however, think this game is going to set the review world on fire. Critics will either be No More Heroes fans who won't get what they want out of this, with it not being a full sequel in the series, or they'll be new to the series and play through the weak gameplay that's been shown in trailers leading up to the release. It's stuck in this middle ground of having basic, clunky, arcade-style gameplay, while removing a lot of the crazier aspects that made up for the weaknesses in Suda's previous games.
Find new ways to die.
yIIk is a game that should have come out a long time ago. The development on this game took a very long time, and I remember playing the demo the dev team released a year or so ago. It was not good. It seemed to demonstrate a lack of understanding of its own voice, and while it was only a demo, the lack of polish and something the team felt ready to release to the public had me pretty much writing it off. Maybe the demo wasn't a great indication and it turns out great, but the indie guy who likes vinyl trope screams, hey, this is super dated to me. Resident Evil 2. I think this game is going to score very well and be a favorite for many people this year. The amount of care that has gone into this thing was only reinforced with the 30-minute demo. If you haven't already downloaded it, give it a shot, it is very good. This game seems to so beautifully walk the line between traditional survival horror and engaging combat and action, so I'm confident in predicting a 90 plus or minus 3. For me, this game cannot come soon enough. Kingdom Hearts 3. While I like this series enough, I'm not a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts, mainly due to the less than stellar writing. That said, Kingdom Hearts 3 looks to be everything fans would want, and on the reviewer front, this is a game that will be tossed to the JRPG otaku on staff and will therefore be judged pretty kindly, I think. But maybe not too kindly so as not to look like a total fanboy or fangirl. I'm gonna place this one at an 86. I actually hope it's higher than that, but I think that's pretty fair and about in line with what we'll see. Jump Force. This is not my type of game even a little bit, so it's difficult for me to judge this one, but going off of hands-on previews, people are not impressed by this. The Xenoverse style combat looks as bad as it's always been, but maybe even worse, thanks to Dragon Ball FighterZ. I don't think critics will be kind here in a post-DBF world, so I will say 69.
Welcome to
Crackdown 3. Personally, this game looks so utterly unappealing to me, but I think there's more at play that will hurt it on the critical stage as well. Crackdown is a series that people were fine with. The first, people liked enough, the second, not so much. Cranking out another one of these should have taken 2 years tops. Instead, it's become a talking point that Microsoft continues to tout at each event, attempting to create hype where there shouldn't really be any. This game has been coming out for about 5 years now. The gameplay looks okay. All we needed was something crazy, dumb, and fun, and it shouldn't have had such a troubled development cycle in order to create that. They've now attached Terry Crews to the project, further emphasizing that this game needs as many selling points as possible because the game just doesn't sell itself. This is a 70 if I ever saw one.
I can push off fools.
It was just the beginning.
Far Cry New Dawn. Take a DLC package, dress it like RE2, and bloat it to the point of selling it at a bargain price, and you've got Far Cry New Dawn. Judging from how poorly received the DLC packs for Far Cry 5 were, I don't have high hopes for this game. Far Cry Primal didn't blow anyone's mind, but it changed the concept enough to afford its scores in the mid-70s. I'd say this looks like an even lower effort, so I'm going to say a 72.
By conviction or out of fear?
This is one I hope scores even higher than I think it will, as this very well could be the Metro series' Witcher 3. A game that goes far beyond its well-loved but not incredibly popular previous games in the series, and places its creators on a whole new level within the gaming community. Everything I've seen about this game is shockingly good, designed with care and crafted with heart. I'm going to predict scores around 88, but I hope they actually end up in the mid-90s. So there you go guys, my Metacritic predictions for the first batch of upcoming games in 2019. To see how I did and hear my predictions for the second batch. As always, please like the video, write a comment, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, take out a loan, go to medical school, become a doctor, and make your parents proud. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.